They say Shaykh Al-Albani, from the greatest of the scholars of hadith in the past centuries, perhaps the reviver of the sciences of hadith in the latest century, Shaykh Al-Albani was a murji. He didn't believe that actions were part of iman. They say that Shaykh Al-Albani was a deviant in his creed. Yet Shaykh Al-Albani fought and opposed every single ta'ifa, every single group of innovators that came up. He has speech against them. He has speech against the murji'ah, those people who say actions are not part of iman. Speech that is explicit and direct, censuring such an innovation. Yet, qeel wa qaal. We heard that Shaykh Al-Albani is a murji'. We don't know for sure. We think he might have some kind of deviance in his aqidah. He doesn't affirm actions. He doesn't declare the one who doesn't pray to be a kafir. And it's an issue of differing amongst the scholars. And we do not declare someone to be outside of the sunnah because he doesn't declare the one who leaves off the salat to be a kafir. It's an issue of differing amongst the scholars. Or they say Shaykh Al-Albani had come to destroy all the previous madhabs and to build a new madhab. A'udhu billah. Qeel and qaal. What's your proof that Shaykh Al-Albani rahimahullah came to destroy the previous madhabs and came to build a new madhab? Wallahi, Shaykh Al-Albani called to what the Sahaba, what the companions called to. He called to what the Imams themselves, the four Imams of the madhabs, he called to the exact same call. That you take your fiqh and your aqidah and all affairs of your deen from the book of Allah directly, from the sunnah of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam directly, and you do not blindly follow any man and put one man between you and the revelation given to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. You put your ulama in between you and the wahy, and you understand how that revelation is to be understood from your scholars in general, and you don't pick one and cause division amongst the ummah by saying this is the deen. Imam al-Shafi'i, he's the only scholar I care about. Imam al-Shafi'i, he understood the book and the sunnah. I follow Imam al-Shafi'i rahimahullah, and that's enough. Then when you find Imam al-Shafi'i had opposed one of the other great ulama, and there's an issue of differing, the Muslims now will split and branch into groups, because they won't return their affairs back to the book and the sunnah. They say we have to follow one imam. We have to make blind following of one madhab. And Shaykh Al-Albani, just like the early imams, had called the people to unite upon the book and the sunnah. So it's not befitting for us to allow our tongues to be loose with regards to these great people and to spread rumors about them. They are some people say they are old. Our scholars are old. Shaykh Rabi'a from this time, who's still living, hafidhahullah, Shaykh Rabi'a bin Hadi, he's old and he doesn't understand affairs. If you knew the affairs of our ulama, specifically this man who spends his days and nights worried about the ummah, listening to phone calls from all over the earth, hearing the reports of what's going on in each and every place, you would never say he doesn't know what's going on. Coming from people who never heard any report from any trustworthy person in any country saying he doesn't understand the reality of the affairs. Because his understanding may contradict what you see on the news. And you believe the news is the truthful. News is revelation. News can never be wrong. That what comes on the television, because I saw a picture, it has to be correct. No one can ever lie to me or deceive me from the news. And then you reject the positions of your ulama. You reject the understanding the ulama have of what's going on in the ummah based on reports from reliable, trustworthy narrators. We have to keep our tongues from speaking and spreading rumors about our great scholars. And you find our brothers in Islam who do not pay attention to this hadith, and they do not know how Allah has specified this prohibition. You do not spread rumors. You find them, sadly enough, spreading rumors about Muslims in general and spreading rumors about the greatest of the people on earth, the awliya of Allah, the ulama, the rabbaniyin. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserve them and put in our hearts true love for Him, true love for them. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had hate for you all types of spreading rumors and asking too many questions. And that the meaning of that is that you ask questions that cause difficulty. You ask questions about affairs which are permissible as if you want to make them haram, which was the case with the Jews and the people who came before us. That you ask questions that have no benefit for your dunya or your hereafter. And also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hates for you that you waste your money. وَإِضَاعَةِ الْمَالِ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, وَلَا تُبَذِّرْ تَبْذِيرًا. Do not waste your resources. And the mubadhirin, they are the brothers of the shayateen. They are the brothers of the devil. So it is indeed a very grave affair that you watch out and do not waste your money. And something that's very important to note here, and we'll close the khutbah with this, that is that some people do not realize the danger of wasting money when it comes to supporting organizations that promote division amongst the Muslims. They spend their money to promote programs, activities, organizations that call to the splitting up of the Muslims into factions and groups. And we already talked about the danger of such a thing, and it's the way of the people of the past, and the splitting of the ummah into groups and parties and factions and sects. It is from the very basic things, from the most important things that Allah hates for us and has prohibited us from. So you do not waste your money by giving it to organizations like Ikhwan al-Muslimin, the Muslim Brotherhood, like Jamaat al-Tabligh and their likes. Organizations that are set up to split the ranks of the Muslims across the board. You do not give them your money. Take this issue seriously. You give your money to those people, they spread innovation. They split the Muslims across the board. They spread innovation amongst the people and will never unite the people together on the book and the sunnah. And the more you give to them, the more the people who are striving to bring the people together on the haqq have to make more efforts and gather themselves and their efforts and their monies more and more to refute those kind of efforts. So it's better for you to even throw your money directly in the trash. Throwing your money in the trash, you take on a sin for wasting money. But you do not incur continuous sin because you spread bid'ah amongst the Muslims, because you split the ranks of the Muslims, because you divided them and kept them from coming together. Rather, you simply wasted your money. So understand, if you know that from the very basic things that are prohibited for you and that Allah hates for you is that you waste your money, then how much more should you be worried about spending your money, wasting it on organizations that promote hizbiyah, organizations that promote the splitting of the Muslims into groups and political parties and agendas. So fear Allah Azza wa Jal with regards to how you spend your money, and do not support innovations, do not support institutions or organizations that spread innovation and spread division amongst the Muslims, for that is the greatest kind of wasting your wealth. Wasting your wealth in an effort to spread batil, to spread falsehood, while the people who are trying to spread the truth are available and you can help them and aid them, and they are the people who are more deserving of your aid. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us and to forgive all of our believing brothers and sisters in Islam, and to guide us and all of them to what He loves, and to keep us far as He keeps the east from the west, from sins and disobedience and bid'ah and all things that He hates. وَصَلَّallāhu وَسَلَّمْ وَبَارَكَ عَلَى نَبِيِّنَا مُحَمَّدٍ وَعَلَى آلِهِ وَصَحْبِهِ أَجْمَعِينَ.